It takes a lot of courage to accept that you have a massive weight problem and seek help for it. But to star on reality television when you'd be observed the entire time takes a different kind of guts, and the people we observe on 600 Pound Life are in a situation where they have no other way of surviving. One of these patients was Nikki Webster, who was in the show's most astounding transformation story. Let's take a look at Nikki's journey and some of her most bizarre moments. Nikki's journey began the 4th season of the show in 2016, when she was 33 years old and weighed about 650 pounds. She had been barred from seeing her nieces and nephews for fear that her weight would distress them. Her weight seemed to be affecting every part of her life.
When I wake up, the pain that I feel is overwhelming.
She was unable to perform even the most basic activities. Even cleaning her body was too much for her. Her mess was debilitating, as she puts it.
I feel like I'm trapped. It's just difficult to move my body.
That she was in a lot of pain and was frustrated. Nikki had been overweight since she was a child and had spent her entire life dieting. But whenever she quit dieting, she used to gain the weight back. She, like any other teenager, wanted to be the most attractive girl in the school, but it seemed a long way off. Nikki was taunted because of her size, which made matters worse for her, as she sometimes ended food as a mode of escape.
There were many times that I would talk to her about her eating habits, but Nikki's told me food is one thing I have control over.
As a result, by the time she was an adult, she was morbidly obese and getting larger by the day. And that is when she recognized she needed help. However, being around 600 pounds and then attempting to turn your life around is not easy.
I just know that I'm losing my daughter a pound at a time.
But before we get into how she did on her diet, let's take a look at some of the strange things Nikki was going through before her trip to Houston.
I know I overeat, but food makes me happy.
Food through stair lift.
My dad will make me a plate and send it up to me so I don't have to go downstairs again until breakfast.
When we first saw her on camera, the young Arkansas native was living with her parents. The worst part was seeing her fumble around trying to get things done. She was having problems washing or even getting out of bed. Nikki admitted to the audience that her food addiction was killing her and that she didn't want to die.
In many instances, my limitations far exceed his, and that's a big statement.
But what truly crushed our hearts was the fact that her own parents were feeding her to death, to the point where they had a stair lift put in their house so they could take all of their junk upstairs so their daughter wouldn't have to come down to get it.
When I start my day, I can't wait to start eating.
Okay, sweetie, I'm gonna send it up.
Alrighty.
Nikki's mother spent the entire day cooking these life-threatening meals for her daughter, while her father continued to send her meal after meal.
Nikki has always had problems with her food addiction.
No one would judge.
I feel the most at ease with my eating when I'm eating by myself.
When the food arrived upstairs, Nikki began a cycle of obsessive eating in which she would eat to her heart's content until she couldn't eat anymore.
We noticed at a very young age that Nikki wanted what she wanted and she wanted it then.
It was unpleasant for us to witness, but it was peaceful for Nikki because she had no one to judge her and could be herself.
Because there's no one there to judge me. That's my happy place.
She would eat donuts and a bunch of other food in her room. Even her parents began to question if they were truly helping their daughter or only enabling her to such a state, and all they knew was that they were losing their daughter pound by pound.
When am I enabling her and when am I helping her? I don't really know the answer.
Jealous of her own siblings. Nikki's parents appeared to have a poor grasp of parenting skills right from the start. Her mother favored her other slender sisters above her, which made Nikki envious. She used to blame her mother for spending more time with her other two sisters, but as her sisters married one after another and had children, Nikki thought she would never be the kind of daughter her mother desired. However, when she became unable to care for herself, Nikki returned to live with her parents, which simply added to her size. Always up for ice cream.
Can I get 2 glazed, 2 chocolate ice, and donut holes?
With all the mommy difficulties and being neglected and bullied, we felt horrible for the poor thing, even feeling isolated. But what caught our attention was the fact that despite her difficulties with simple activities, she was able to drive to a fast food restaurant to get ice cream and don't forget the donuts. I mean, come on, because she was so full of energy, you know?
When I have this bag of donuts and my chocolate milk, and it's like party time USA.
Almost sacked. Even though, unlike other people, Nikki still had a job at a theater, by now it seemed like it wouldn't be long until she lost that job.
You've got to be able to stand on your feet. And so that task, which should be mine,
As she could not even take simple measurements or fit through spiral staircase. Even Nikki could see herself losing her job soon, and she needed to make radical adjustments swiftly. While standing on the theatrical stage, she acknowledged that she was a ticking time bomb. Nikki was aware that many doctors would be unable to assist her owing to her size, so she traveled to Houston to meet Dr. Now. Her initial weigh-in revealed that she weighed slightly under 650 pounds, which qualified her for a weight loss program, leading her on a new path with a fresh start. But this new route was not without its challenges.
I'm just ready to get out and meet the doctor.
Enablers pointed out.
There were many times that I would talk to her about her eating habits, but Nikki's told me food is one thing I have control over.
Following the initial weigh-in, the doctor questioned Nikki about her eating habits, pointing out that her parents were feeding her 5 to 6 times a day.
What seems to be your biggest challenge with your eating habit? So your parents give you more food.
Which would not be considered love, but rather enabling. They were also assisting in killing her if they did not stop. All of this resulted in minor squabbles between Dr. Now and Nikki's father, and it made viewers wonder why he shouldn't trust the doctor. Later, the doctor made it clear that everything that had been going on previously had to stop, and that Nikki needed to be completely committed to the diet plan in order to stay on track.
The chances are you gonna make it to 40 are not that good.
Nikki was victorious.
It's literally a brand new life.
In order to be accepted for the surgery, the surgeon gave her a diet plan and requested her to lose 50 pounds. Because she didn't have a choice, Nikki went through the motions and was eventually given the go-ahead for the procedure. She lost 130 pounds as a result of the operation. Nikki's adventure didn't end with her episode, though. She continued to concentrate on herself and lost a whopping 450 pounds. And this is how she appears now. Her transformation is astounding. Nikki has kept fans updated on her weight loss journey and a second chance at life over the last few years by posting on social media on a regular basis. Nikki was dating Marcus Gray when she appeared on Where Are They Now? And after 8 months of dating, the couple got married in 2018. Nikki said she and Mark ridiculously and blissfully in love and happy. Since we're in this video with the most bizarre moments from the show, we'll show you some absolutely horrendous incidents that made our jaws drop.
When I'm eating, I do feel happy.
Toilet gets destroyed.
No, it's gonna make me fall. Ready? Oh! Make me up, please.
Lupe Samana was a woman in desperate need of weight loss. She weighed 642 pounds when she first appeared on the show at the age of 39. She also admitted that her husband, Gilbert Donovan, was her primary caregiver, and that without him, she wouldn't be able to do anything for herself. She sought help from Dr. Now after realizing she wouldn't live much longer if she continued to use food as a coping mechanism. She acknowledged that she had always struggled with overeating, particularly after her father abandoned her and her sister in a bathtub. She then went on to say that she gained more than 500 pounds during her teenage years. While waiting in Dr. Now's office, Lupe describes a sudden urge she feels to use the bathroom.
Check the restroom, my ass if it's big.
So she went in with her husband Gilbert to use the restroom. They couldn't close the door while she was on the toilet because she was too big for the bathroom. She shuffled over the pot with her walker, and the potty broke as she sat down. Lupe began to panic as she became concerned that she would fall into the bowl. Lupe was too heavy for anyone in the medical office to lift. Nurses rushed over to her side, attempting to lift her off the porcelain throne.
I'm not gonna fall goddamn thing.
The chair broke?
Yes.
You gotta get off this damn...
Lupe's husband dialed 911 because she was exerting a lot of stress on her heart, and Dr. Now was concerned that she would go into cardiac arrest.
And this is not a good situation with Lupe.
We'll figure it out.
She's putting a lot of strain on her heart right now.
But after all of this drama, thankfully, Lupe was able to drop enough weight to receive her gastric bypass surgery. Before we go on to the last crazy moment on our list, we'd love to hear your thoughts on today's video, as well as if you have any other favorite shows that you'd like to see on our channel. Heartbroken.
I'm supposed to stay on this high protein, low carb diet. And so far, it's not that bad.
My 600-pound life has impacted many people's lives. Tara Taylor is no different. During the show, the Louisiana native underwent gastric bypass surgery, which helped her lose 278 pounds in less than a year. She also made dietary and lifestyle changes that helped her overcome her food addiction. Taylor's efforts paid off. She started dating and then got engaged. Although her relationship didn't last, the show changed her life for the better. She'd gone on that date with a man she'd known for a long time, which made things easier. Eugene was blown away by how stunning she looked that night, and they went from friends to partners. They were engaged in no time. She stated in her announcement of her engagement that she was willing to give Eugene a chance because he's a good man, despite the fact that she appears to have spoken too soon. However, in 2020, she used social media to call out her fiancé for using a dating website to organize flings behind her back. She was so enraged by it that she even said he had the nerve to do that to me when he was engaged. Believe it when someone shows you who they are. But still, the woman, even after such a fall, is raging on her transformation even harder.
I think this would be something that could be really a part of your lifestyle. Y'all have a good day. I'd like to have y'all again.
Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again!